room. I have Dreka Gates. Welcome.
Hi.
Off. Today's a really big day for you because I was told that you just got a major achievement. Now, this is the LeadHer Award in Canada, and you are with some heavy hitters that were also nominated and or the honorees, I should say. Angelina Jolie, Mackenzie Scott, Storm Reed, Lori Harvey, Destiny, Ryan Destiny, and of course you, Dreka Gates. So let's
Yeah.
talk about that accomplishment that you just received.
Oh my gosh, like I was absolutely speechless and mind blown when I heard that I was being nominated and also just like receiving the award. I to be honest with you, I was literally just speechless because at the end of the day, the work that I've been doing has been for the sole purpose of just like sharing my journey and educating like the women on just like empowering themselves to really just stand up for themselves, you know, especially when it comes to birthing women, because this gala in particular, like all of the funds are going towards building the first reproductive care center for the Black homeless women in Canada. So it's just, to be honest with you, just really, really, really crazy how all of this has aligned, you know? So I've just been speechless.
Absolutely. So you have a lot of titles. You talked about how you're a doula, and
Yes.
you also help with oh, I have it all written down because I want to say it
Yeah.
correctly. Okay, so you are a you're into holistic healing, a certified birth doula,
Mhm.
hypnobirthing childbirth educator, and then also you're currently getting certified in sex and love being like a therapist.
Yes, using sex and love as a healing modality.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So first, let's touch on the doula because
Yeah.
I know that recently in the headlines and here in Kansas City, there was one of the Chiefs cheerleaders. She died while giving birth to her child. And that was one of my friend's close friends as well. And I feel like people aren't aware that a lot of several black women, this is a thing, like, they aren't listening to us when we're giving birth. And this is happening too often for 2024. So
Yeah.
let's talk about that and why you wanted to get into all this.
So that's very unfortunate, and that's something that is happening more often than we'd even like. I'm not going to say like to acknowledge, but it's very, very unfortunate. So throughout even doing like my certification to becoming a birth doula, I've actually experienced this firsthand with one of my clients. She didn't die, but just seeing the way that the doctors in the hospital actually operate, it made me fully understand why these deaths are occurring. And they're actually not happening because of the health or the state of the mother. It's the interventions that are being pushed on these mothers that's actually causing the deaths. These women are not dying from childbirth, you know. Childbirth is a natural physiological process that our bodies are designed to do. You know, like we are made to give birth, you know. But
Right.
we go into the hospital, and the hospitals are trained in really like dealing with emergency situations, you know? So they're going to come in and they're going to treat it like an emergency situation. They're going to want to put you on an IV. They're going to want to give you Pitocin to speed up the process. Why? There's no need to speed up the process, you know, and just push on you all these interventions that eventually can lead to death. Um, so the reason why I got into it is because, of course, growing up and being from the South, or really just being who I am. I mean, just growing up, you know, in like I was never ever given or told about beautiful birthing stories. You know, they've all been really crazy and dramatic. And oh my gosh, you're gonna have like a fire hydrant of water gush out of you, and it's just like wait, what? You know, so I literally like I took it upon myself to say, like, no, my birth stories are not gonna be that. Like, I'm gonna have really beautiful, fulfilling births, right? And so I did. I actually gave birth to both of my kids. I have a son and a daughter. I gave birth to them in a birthing pool in my bedroom in Atlanta. And they were both like the most beautiful experiences that I've ever had in my life, you know? And so just having experienced that, I was like, oh my gosh, like I would love for every woman to be able to have a fulfilling birthing experience. And so that's what I do, like as a birth doula, like that's my job. Like I'm there for emotional support, I'm there for physical support, you know, and studies have shown that women that have the support of a birth doula, they do have more fulfilling births. They have improved postpartum mental health. The use of interventions like Pitocin and forceps and vacuums and all this scary stuff, even pain meds. Like there is studies that have shown that having a birth doula decreases the use of all of those things. So that's why.
Wow. Now that's a whole lot. Okay, and so let's talk
Yeah,
about
I know it's a lot.
okay, so from going to giving birth, but starting from the beginning with the love and sex coach. So
Yes.
why did you want to get into that?
Oh my gosh, I literally just stumbled upon it. I've been I've been on this journey of just like self-mastery, which has been a journey of self-discovery. And I stumbled upon using sex and love just like as a healing modality. People don't understand, especially for women, like our womb, our sexual energy is the energy that is our power, not in a sense of I'm having sex and in order to gain this. It's not that, like literally us by ourselves, not even without a mate, like that is our life force, that is our creative force. And whether we use that energy or that force to create a child or an idea, like that's where our power comes from, you know? And so I've gone through the process of using that power to basically create whatever I want, create a life that I want to live. And also just for healing, um, just like past traumas, old ways of thinking, old programming, forgiving myself for choices that I've made ignorantly, you know? So it's so much to it.
Wow,
And
I'm just so intrigued by it. So I'm okay. So tell me, when you were growing up, because all us girls, we had somebody to tell us like this is going to happen in your life, or when you grow up, this will happen. Who was that for you? And I feel like was that person into holistic healing and things that you're this path that you're going down?
no. So I grew up in the Bible Belt. So I was told I needed to be in church every Sunday and don't if you have sex, then there's only two things that can happen, and they were both horrible. I
Right.
mean, I was, told just horrible, horrible, horrible stories of just about being a woman in general, you know. But at the age of 13, I actually told my mom I was no longer going to church because I just felt like every time I stepped foot in there, I felt like I was being punished and lectured. And I'm like, this doesn't feel good to me, you know? And I feel like I would say that that's kind of like when my journey started, like my journey of ultimately just being spiritual and stepping into me wanting to be a healer and all those things. I feel like that was the starting point for me. And it was basically just breaking away from the system in a way, you know? um, so yeah, and to be honest with you, I've learned to trust myself and trust in my intuition. And that's literally what has been guiding me. Like I didn't have an elder to teach me these things or show me these things. I've literally just allowed myself to be guided. And I've stumbled across some quite amazing things that have literally just like transformed my life.
But what is since you said that you grew up in a Bible Belt, what does your family say about like your whole holistic journey? Are they saying, oh, she's on that magic stuff?
You know what's so funny? But it was that, but now everyone's like, show me how you do that.
Oh, so that they can get put up on game. Okay.
Exactly. Yes. At first it came off as a like, you're weird, but now they're like, okay, no, show me, tell me like how do you do what you're doing, you know? But and you know what? I actually did have like a full circle moment on my farm one day. Um, So growing up, I actually did. My great grandmother, my great grandmother and my grandmother were two very powerful women that were just, oh my gosh, like they embodied like power, goddessness, like amazing women, you know. And I found myself going back to like my roots by doing the things that they did at like I used to go and spend my summers with them, which is like 45 minutes away from my farm. I'd be on the farm. We'd actually cook all our food from scratch. My grandmother would go out back and catch a chicken and wring it by the neck, and that's what we were eating later, you know, or go and get some eggs, or she grew greens, had fruit trees, and just all sorts of things. So I did, when it comes to just like eating whole and like preparing things from scratch, like I did definitely get that from them. And also just being fully empowered and embodied in who I am. Like that's also something I would have to say came from them as well.
Love this. I love this message that you're and just everything that you're bringing to the platform that you have and to people, the masses, because in this world, there's so many chemicals that are pumped to us and all the processed food and all of these health problems that people are encountering. And if they develop this type of lifestyle, I feel like, a lot of these problems will go away. But I feel like the healthcare system doesn't want us to know about it because boom, their money's going to go away,
Yeah, that's very true, you know, and it's like it's unfortunate, but we need them for emergency situations,
Right.
okay? But the health starts with us. Like it's all about prevention for me, you know, and if you're too far gone, like we can fix that too. But at the end of the day, it starts with us at home. That is your doctor's office at home, you know. Make sure you're giving your body what your body needs. Make sure that you're fueling yourself with what you need to function at to help your body to function at its best, you know? Like, you know, if you have like a luxury car, you cannot put regular gas in that thing or
Cannot premium gas and make sure that you take it to get service often, or that thing will break down and cost you more money.
exactly. It's the same principle with our bodies, you know? So
Yeah. Okay, so speaking of bodies and everything from the inside out, skin. Now, I got to try your skincare line and I absolutely love it. That first of all, starting off with the face wash, like you got me that scent, like it was a nice scent. The toner. I have yet to take the immune droplets. Yes.
yeah.
Talk about that. And because like your skin, the first thing when I saw you, I was like, look at her skin. It's amazing. So is that why you wanted to start your skincare line?
Yes. So actually the Dreka, my namesake company, it was born out of necessity. Like everything that I share with the world through Dreka are things that I created for myself, you know? So down to the skin wash, that's my all-time favorite. I use it every day and night. And it's something that I created myself. I had a big dream in the very beginning, and I was like, I'm going to grow everything, all the ingredients for my products. And, it was a tall order, but instead, I was able to find farmers throughout the US to actually supply these ingredients to create my products. So all of these formulas were formulated by myself with the help of a professional like chemist to help me just like formulate everything. But it's really just me sharing everything that I've created for myself, all of the tools that I've gained over the past years that have helped me on my journey. This Drika is where I get to share those things.
Okay, so were you that person that, okay, my skin's breaking out, so you had like this home remedy? Is that
Yeah.
you? Okay.
Yes. Yes. So like whenever I'm working on something for eyes now because I've been neglecting my eyes and I'm getting older and I do a lot of laughing and stuff. So I'm getting, all that stuff. So I will go and just look and really just start experimenting. I'll tell my formulator, I'm like, okay, we need to have like this essential oil, this herb, this plant, or whatever it is, and they will make it like make sense, and like formulate something for me. So yeah, that's
I will say, like, the thing that I love the most about your face wash was that I have very oily skin and I have acne. And so usually when I wash my face with a face wash, it will strip everything and I feel I don't know how to even explain it. It's like dry but tight. And
Yes.
I didn't get that from your face wash. I felt still hydrated, but yet cleansed. And then I followed it up with the mist, the toner. And
Huh?
then I did the moisturizer. Now, moisturizers are very complicated for me. Like what I said, I'm a greasy girl. That
Yeah.
moisturizer, I felt so good. It was
Oh my gosh.
fantastic.
Okay, everything that you have said is those were my intentions with those products, like the Release the Day cleanser, because I can be really oily too. My goal was to cleanse, but also for it to stay hydrated because I experienced that same thing with other cleansers. You cleanse and it literally depletes your body, like your face of all of the oils, like the good and the bad, like everything is gone and it's tight and it's dry, but it leaves your skin hydrated. Same with the blue tansy moisturizer.
Yes, that was the moisturizer that I
Uh,
used. And then
yes.
I will say your body butters are a hit and miss for me because
Yeah.
I'm still ashy. Like I'll lather it up and it'll be all greasy, but then I'm looking in the cracks of my fingers. I'm still super ashy. Everything was moisturized.
Yes.
I love
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Again, like I've exactly, I've experienced the same things that you have. And so I was just finding the solutions and that's how the products are born. So that's amazing. I love that. And we got your picture. So thank you. Or can we share that?
Here, I'm gonna do like a TikTok of me using your products. So, and I'll tag you guys. But
Thank you.
I appreciate it. And then also, okay, so we got the skincare. You're working on getting certified with Love and Sex, being a certified therapist. You're a doula. What's next for you? Because I feel like you've already accomplished a whole lot of other things. Like, what are you gonna do? And then also, Flex, you live on I saw a blueberry farm, or you have other things on that farm too.
Okay, so it's a majority of blueberry farm, but I have a garden where I grow over 60 different fruits and vegetables. And in addition to that, like I have chickens, I have camels, alpacas, goats, peacocks, tortoises, dogs,
Oh,
like yeah.
okay.
It's like my little paradise. It's like an oasis for me, you know? And eventually I would love, like my intention is to have retreats there. So I'm working on that.
Girl, look, you're lucky that I'm not your neighbor. I'd come over and be like, "Hey, can I take some
Look,
to your garden?"
oh no, I got you, but it's so funny because I kind of overdo it. So I actually share, I give a lot of it away, which is, I mean, and it makes me feel good because it's like, look, like this is something that I grew and it's just so rewarding, you know.
Very rewarding. I got into gardening during the pandemic, and it's something that I absolutely love. Mine was more flowers, the herbs and everything. For me, I'm a procrastinator, so this year I didn't get to grow my herbs, but like basil's an easy one, rosemary's an easy
Oh,
one. Onions are a bit hard for me, at least with the soil
yeah.
that we have here in Kansas City. It's kind of clay, red, like
Yeah.
that red. So
Mm.
yeah, but oh my, I love it. I absolutely love it. I know that we're on Zoom, but I feel like your energy, I love your energy and I love everything that you're coming out with. Okay, but okay, so I asked what's next for you because I told you I feel like you're working on everything. What's next?
Just really continuing to spread the awareness with when it comes to birthing women, spreading awareness when it just comes to self-mastery, spreading more wellness. I mean, awareness of just have like love and wellness. Love is like of the highest vibration. That's what we use to heal ourselves. That's what we use to create. So I'm literally just here to to educate everyone and to just empower everyone to really just be their true authentic selves, because with that, I mean, it just makes the world a better place, you know.
Me to write a book too. I feel like that should be the next as well.
I I need to work on that.
Master class, something. I know that you want to do your retreats at your house, but like a book, a
Yeah.
master class, if people can't go and do the retreat, they need something like that.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I will work on that.
Yeah,
Yes.
please do.
We're
Please.
adding that to the list.
And then I will be looking out for that eye cream because I've
Look,
spent money on that eye cream. I was like, do I need to get Botox? I'm gonna pray that your eye cream comes through and I don't need to get Botox yet.
you know, it's so funny. I'm in the same place because I'm like, man, do I need to do that? And I'm like, Dreka, don't do that. You can make something. I know you can. So I've been literally experimenting. And so I'm hoping by the top of next year, I'll have something figured out.
Okay. crossing my fingers and I am anxiously waiting for that. Dreka, thank you so much for everything. Thank you for the Slack box. Thank you for your time. Anything else that you want to leave everybody with?
No, just thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for just allowing me again to just continue to spread the message.
No, whenever you come to Kansas City, you got family here. I don't know if you eat barbecue, but we're always willing to take you out for barbecue and show you a good time.
Yes, I would love to. I would love to.
All
Thank
right,
you.
sounds good. I appreciate your time. Happy Friday.
Same to you. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, bye.